Sounds familiar? Yes, it does. Well, that's the kind of God that we serve when it comes to ministry. He is consistent and He is persistent. You and I both know individuals and churches who are trying to be too innovative, too groundbreaking, too state-of-the-art when it comes to the harvesting process, and we're leaving Jesus out of the mix. You see, we think that we need to bring in the best singers. We need to bring in the best preachers to attract people to come to our meetings. And so we are so far out of the box that we are attempting these things to reach souls. We're so far out of the box that we're out of the book. And so as we observe their soul-winning activities of these churches and these individuals, the question we must ask ourselves is where is Jesus? Verse 38. He says to them, pray. Pray to the owner of the harvest that He will send out workers to gather in His harvest. And so this passage of Scripture is first instructive to us, and second, it is equally condemning. Let's take a look at it. What do you mean here? What do you mean? Well, after being involved in such powerful ministry, it would seem natural, wouldn't it, for Jesus to say to His disciples, why don't you preach? Why don't you teach? Why don't you heal and show compassion, and you will have what? Laborers for the harvest. In other words, individuals will be attracted to the work if you preach. Individuals will be attracted to the work if you sing. Individuals will be attracted to the work if you do community service. But no. His instructions to them were what? Pointed, and they were clear. He said to them what? Pray. Glory to God. And so we want to preach. We want to heal, we want to teach, we want to sing, we want to do community service, and those are all good things. But if we are not obedient, we will not have sufficient workers for the abundant harvest. Amen. And so the harvest doesn't depend on our constant labor, our creative ways, or our unique soul-winning techniques. God is saying to us, stay in your lane, New Jerusalem, and be co-laborers with Christ. Workers for the harvest is our objective, and our task is to pray. Yeah.